Hello, my dear friends. I hope that you're having a great time. Welcome to the channel. This is Amani. I'm always excited to see you coming here and learning with my life experience. Of course, I want to say thank you so much if you made subscription to this channel. This is the best way to help the show grow and reach to more people. I'm talking to more than 50 people who have just subscribed to the channel. If you become one more, that's a blessing to my channel. So, the title of the video today is If Everyone is Against It, That's the Way. You will get to know more about why, if someone, like if everyone around you is against what you're trying to do, is the way. It is because most of the people are scared of growth. Many people don't want to grow because they understand that requires much more. And they also understand when you grow, you become a different person. So these are the people probably that need you in their lives. Maybe they might have been taking advantage of you. They even fear to let you go. And they feel like if you change, if you take the decision that you want to take, they are not going to have access to you because you are no longer going to vibrate in the same area. I will give you a story. In 2020, I had to make a decision that 2021 I was going to quit my job. I was doing well. I was a social worker. I was head of the department by the time I had to quit. But what happened to my friends when I had submitted my letter for resigning, they organized a time to have lunch with me that evening. I mean, to have dinner that evening with me. Their main concern was like, where are you going? Have you found another job? Are you sure that you are going to really survive in this economy where getting a job is hard? But I had to tell them, I made a decision after some time looking at how my life is going. They were scared of how I was going to survive. But for me, I was scared how I was losing my vision, my whole purpose of my life, which is to serve. And my whole life of serving, I knew I had to serve children in a way that I bring more opportunities for their education, in a way that I support their families to understand the meaning of education and why they need to take their children to school. That was my way of serving, and I knew I was being underperforming in my area. I was, of course, working with this organization, working with children still, but I knew my skills and my knowledge were not being used and at full capacity, and I knew I was not serving in the right way, and I had to quit my job so that I would come and focus to my organization, Share Love Rwanda. So when that happened, everyone that I knew, every other coworker, didn't understand my vision and didn't understand why I was taking that move. But I knew if I would quit the job, I would have more opportunities to go and learn. I would have more opportunities to go and connect and understand my full vision as well. Because there is no way that you're going to understand your life better if you have someone else controlling your life. I mean, I know there are people who are made to work for others. There are people who are made to create things, to create non-profits, to create businesses, to create social businesses, to create their way of serving is creating something that creates a channel of others to serve. And I knew I was part of that tribe. There was no way that I was going to be employed forever and ever. I knew that was not my area. I knew that I serve better if I'm using my full potential in creativity, in coming up with solutions. And some people that I'm talking to, you might be like me. You might be in a position where you feel like you're not being used. You're not using your full potential to create impact that God made you to create. And you feel like this is not good. I want to tell you, the decision that you're fearing to make, the decision that you feel like you should have made today and you still don't make it, the decision that when you talk to any other person, you feel like, hey, I want to do this. What do you think? I want to do this. What do you think? And everyone is like, bro, that cannot work. I want to tell you the truth. That can work because nobody has ever done it. It doesn't mean it does not exist. I remember when I was reading a book about Mandela, and one thing he said, he was like, everything is not easy until someone else has done it. And I get that very well. This is the guy who spent more than 23 years in prison in order to come out and only liberate the country and become the first black president of South Africa, and also become a Nobel Prize winner, and also become a hero not only to South Africans but to the rest of the world. If you go in Europe, you will hear kids named Mandela. If you go to the US, I have a friend of mine, her son is called Mandela. If you go to Europe, if you go to Asia, if you go to Australia, Mandela is known, but only because he had to do something that everyone felt scared. Can you imagine being in 23 years deciding that the only way to come out of prison is to come and become a president? How many people would stand and be that for 23 years? Very few people. But he made the decision that made him the hero that we know, the hero that we love. So that's the same thing that is going on with you. You might have a big decision you are fearing to make, because you are not fearing to make the decision actually because the decision is hard or is difficult or is weird, but only because the people around you don't agree with you. And I just want to end this by saying, if the people around you don't agree with you, that's probably the best way to serve, because they don't know your vision. It's hard for them to understand. And I want to tell you the big thing with vision. Everyone else has their vision. They understand their vision very well, just the best way you understand your vision. But if they would tell you their vision is as well, you would not understand. That's why you don't need to go after they have given you validation. Because if they would ask you for their validation to pursue their dreams as well, you would be like, no. Because there are things you fear to even invest in, the things you fear to do business in, because you don't get them. That's the same thing. Some people don't get what you're trying to pursue, and that's why they disagree with you. But I want to tell you the truth. If you make the decision, keep going, you're going to see more opportunities, and everything you want to pursue is also going to show clarity by itself as you move closer to where you want to be. I want to thank you so much, and let's keep planning together. Yeah.